How's it going, everyone? Austin Honecker here. I just wanted to come on here for a while, and no, it's not an All Elite Wrestling review or me covering a song. I'm on here to talk about my day yesterday. It was an awesome day. And to recap it all, me and my best friend, Jonathan Miller, aka Jon Fun, who is like a brother to me, he came and got me yesterday morning. And and as soon as he picked me up, we went and got us some breakfast at McDonald's. After that, we went to the Mountain Health Arena in Huntington, West Virginia for the Huntington Comic Convention. And I will say, it was awesome. I met a bunch of celebrities. And to recap all of it, I met Rachel. And to recap all of it, I met Rachel Lillis. She does the voice of both Misty and Jessie from Pokemon. She was really nice, and she done the Misty voice for me, and she done the Jessie voice. She done the Misty voice for me and the Jessie voice for me. That was awesome. I met Kevin Conroy. He's the voice of Bruce Wayne / Batman from Batman Beyond. He was nice. He done the Batman voice for me, and I asked him questions about how everybody was to work with for Batman Beyond, and even mentioned the Batman Arkham games and everything as well. And he talked about liking the games, and everybody he worked with on Batman Beyond was wonderful to work with. And that was awesome too. I met the Rock and Roll Express. Well, yeah, I met WWE Hall of Famers, the Rock and Roll Express, which are Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson. They were really nice. You know, they took a picture, they took pictures with me, and we talked wrestling and everything as well. That was awesome. I met Megan Hollinshead. She does the voice for Nurse Joy from Pokemon. She was nice. And, she done the Nurse Joy voice for me and everything, and she was awesome. I met Chuck Norris. He played Walker. I met Chuck Norris. He played Walker from Walker, Texas Ranger, and I tell you, Chuck Norris, major sweetheart. He's one of the biggest sweethearts you could ever meet. The man's 82 years old, still in great shape. Phenomenal. And really sweet and down to earth. And, I shook his hand, and he pat me on the hand after I shook his hand, and I told him I was a big fan of Walker, Texas Ranger, and he said, "Thank you, I appreciate that," and, and he put his arm around me in the picture and everything. Like, he was really nice. Chuck Norris was. He was an awesome one to meet. Then I met WWE legend Mr. Hughes. And as you know, he was the bodyguard for Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, the Hart Foundation, all them other teams. But he was really cool, he was really awesome and cool, and everything. Like, he was awesome and cool to meet. And I met Carrie Elways. he played Wesley on The Princess Bride. Yeah, he played Wesley. Well, yeah, I met Carrie Elways. He was the voice. He played Wesley from The Princess Bride. And and you know, he was awesome to meet too. And you know, I asked him a question about how Andre the Giant was to work with, and he said Andre the Giant was a sweetheart, and he was a big guy with a big heart and everything, and yeah, it was awesome to hear too. Now besides meeting the celebrities at the Huntington Comic Convention, I've seen a lot of people I've seen a couple people I work with and a couple people I don't, and a lot of people that I used to work with and everything as well. Well, I seen Sheila Rich and her daughter down there, and Sheila, I know her from wrestling, but I ran into her, and then now I ran into some of my coworkers. I ran into Kerry Smith and his wife Connie down there. I ran into one of my other coworkers, Scott Napier. It was cool to run into them. I ran into Joe Lesher and his wife Nikki, who I used to work with at Walmart. Them and their little boy. Ran into them. I ran into Joe's brother, Josh Lesher, and his wife and kids. That was awesome as well. I ran into Ashley McCann, a girl I used to work with at Walmart. Because, you know, I used to work with Josh Lesher at Walmart as well, but Ashley McCann, I used to work with her at Walmart. Like, she used to work with me at Walmart. I met... yeah. Like, I ran into her. Well, I ran into Kayla Mace. She's a girl I used to work with at Walmart. A girl used to work with me at Walmart. And I ran into James McCoy and Shelly Adkins. I used to work with them at Cracker Barrel. But I tell you, it was nice, you know, even though I got to meet all them celebrities and everything. Well, while I met the celebrities, Jonathan went and went to the celebrity panels to hear the Q&As, and he enjoyed them, and everything. But yeah, like I said, you know, besides meeting the celebrities, it was great seeing some people that I know down there. Oh, and also, I forgot to add, I met one of my YouTube fans, one of my fans here on my YouTube that watch my content, Lance Bays. I met him. Really cool, down-to-earth guy. And as I've said this before, Lance, I appreciate your support. You have been supportive towards me with my YouTube. You've been positive towards me, and you've been supportive. And that's really appreciated. You're a damn good man, and you always will be, no matter what. And we'll definitely have to chill sometime, bud. Yeah, we'll definitely have to hang out sometime, bud. Now, besides the Huntington Comic Convention, Jonathan, after all that, Jonathan took me back to my house, and I drove my car, and me and Jonathan met up at Walmart in Cross Lanes in Cross Lanes, West Virginia. Well, before Jonathan could get me, Jonathan went and picked up his dad, Fred Miller, at McDonald's in Nitro, West Virginia. Then Jonathan and his dad, Fred, came up to Walmart in Cross Lanes, West Virginia, to get me. So, so me, Jonathan, and Fred, we went and picked up Jonathan's friend Brenda Pack in South Charleston, West Virginia. And after that, me, Jonathan, Fred, and Brenda, we all went to Mega Pro Wrestling at the Chesapeake Fire Department in Chesapeake, West Virginia, for a wrestling show called Mega Pro Wrestling. Well, Jonathan ran the sound system and done ring announcing throughout the show, and I thought I was going to work the show too, like do commentary or whatever, but John Cooper, the promoter of Mega Pro Wrestling, he didn't have any plans for me. So I was a fan for the night. And not only did I watch the show while Jonathan worked the show, Fred and Brenda watched the show as well. And it was an awesome show. It delivered, even though it's an indie wrestling event, it delivered. It was awesome. And that was my first ever Mega Pro Wrestling event I attended, but it was awesome. And, and after all that, Jonathan, and Fred took Brenda home, and then Jonathan and Fred took me back to my car, back to Walmart and Cross Lanes to get my car so I could go home. Then Jonathan took his dad, Fred, to get his car at the at McDonald's in Nitro, West Virginia to get his car, and then Fred went home, and then after all that, Jonathan went home, and we all pretty much called it a night. But, like I said, yesterday was an awesome day. The Huntington Comic Convention, meeting all the celebrities, seeing people that I work with and I used to work with, meeting my number one YouTube fan, and going to Indy Wrestling. It was all awesome. And it was an awesome day. I will say that. Very awesome. And, but anytime I hang out with my best friend, Jonathan Miller, a.k.a. Jon Fun, it's always a great time because Jon Fun, he's positive, he's easygoing, he's a damn good man, he's a damn good friend. I will say that. It was an awesome time hanging out with you, brother. I love you and always will. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here for a while and give you all an update on my day yesterday. And like I said, it was an awesome day. I really enjoyed it. And like I said, just wanted to give you all a recap on it. And that's all I have today. So with that being said, my name is Austin Honecker, and I will catch your ass down the road. Peace out.